All right, let's see if I can get this floorboard out without cutting my hand off. Really not comfortable with this, but I'm going to try it like this. I got two hands on the tool. So I got this in fast forward mode or time lapse, and this took longer than I expected. This tool does not really cut very well. I don't know whether it's the disc itself or the tool's just not made for that disc. I don't know, but using an angle grinder cuts much better, but it's a thicker wheel, so I didn't want to use it. But I'm glad I got this out. You'll see that it comes out. I have to swing around and cut from the front on the firewall, but underneath on the floor pan itself, I'll have to get that from the inside. I could just get that top line from the outside, and I'm cutting through my welds before I have to step into the transmission tunnel or part. This is me standing in the transmission well. Hopefully I can get a good angle on this. There it is, got it out. This piece is loose down there. I don't know if you can see that. This is the one that's giving me all the trouble. So get this out, and work it, and get it in the right place. That's the plan. Give me a minute, get out of this transmission well that I'm standing in. Well, I ended up tapping this down with a hammer. Broke the welds that are in there, and it dropped about a ½ inch. Now I'm going to take the cover piece and see if it fits. It goes on the inside. It's right there. I think that'll fit. I think this might be in the way right here. Wait a minute, this goes behind there. No, wait. This goes over that, but under. I don't know if you can see where my hand is. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. So this has all got to kind of come together in all the right places. So this goes over this and this. They're supposed to sit flush, and it'll fit there. Looks like this got to get knocked back just a little bit, because I'm proud about 1/8 of an inch, and we don't want that. But as far as fitting in here, now it can go all the way back, even though it seems proud over here and over there. So I think there's some tapping to do to make that work. So this is supposed to be one piece from the factory, and I'm putting a patch in, and it's not lining up. So I would think somehow this is going to get pushed back a little bit. But before I do anything, I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to clean up all the weld that I put in there before. So when I weld it back in, it'll be okay. So I don't know what it's going to take to get that out. Definitely loose. Just a matter of getting it out. Ow. That's why you wear gloves, so you don't cut your hands. That comes out, and I'll clean up all the welds on this that I put on. I'll clean that up with the roll lock. There's my puddle welds, which didn't work at all. I'll clean up the back of that, and maybe have to push this piece back 1/8 of an inch. I wonder if I could do that with a pliers or a channel lock a little bit at a time. But it's raining again, so I'm going to bring this in the garage and clean it up with the grinder in the vise, which is probably a lot smarter than doing it outside, holding it with one hand. And then we'll see about where this goes exactly. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the other side and make some measurements. If I could see if there's a measurement to the floor of this from some reference point, like the hole or something, I'll slip the tape measure behind there. You know what? I'm going to do that right now while you guys are watching. Check this out. So this is the mess that's on the driver's side. Actually, I'm going to zoom in a little closer here for you. You can see there's not much left to it, right? But for reference points, I'm going to drop the tape measure right down through the A column. And I'm hitting 21 inches to the top of the pocket, to the floor of this piece. Maybe 21 1/4. So when I go to the other side, I'll know how far down the bottom of that piece is supposed to be for everything to work. So now I'll go back to the other side, over there, and try to take the same measurement. So I reworked this piece. I got it out. I welded it back in. I got a little piece of a puddle weld here, but I put a couple tacks there. I put a couple tacks in the back. I put a good long bead across this front piece here, and I came around the corner here, and this thing's in solid. I put a couple more puddle welds on the back side as well. I don't think they're too pretty, but they're pretty solid. Do you see them? They're between the clamps. But this piece is now in solid, and now I can try to put this piece on the face of it and see if I can get it to line up properly from the dimensions that I have, and I'll use the other piece as a reference, or the other side as a reference. So I want to work on getting this on next. Well, I got the piece tacked in with exactly 2 tacks, one here and one there. You can see the gap grows, but the curve, you can see that, is like dead nuts on. And the measurement from this bolt all the way up to that bolt is perfectly 15 5/8. And if you look at it from this angle, this is perfectly flat coming down. So I think I'm in the right place. What I have to do, I thought I was supposed to put this piece in first, this flat piece. I think I can get that later. I think I can slide it up and tack it in from behind. What I'm going to do is come around this side. And you see those holes? Where are they? You can't see them. Huh. Where is it? My hand off of the thing. Oh, there they are, over there, right there. Those are the old spot welds that I drilled out. I think from this side I can make puddle welds there, which will hold that piece flush to the cab mount, right there, or the cab support, whatever you want to call that. So I think that's what I'm going to do next. If you just look at it from this side, these are all spot welds that I drilled out. Looks like about 6 of them, 2, 4, 6. And I'm going to try to turn those into puddle welds and fill those with weld. Well, I started welding it into place. I think it's in the right place. I hope it's in the right place. I got 2 puddle welds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. I started to close the seam. I got a lot of grinding to do, a lot more welding to do. But I think it's in the right place. The measure's in the right place. But Joe Sousa, I'm listening to you. I want to put the hinges in. I want to put the door on before I go any further and see what happens. I'm afraid to do it, but I figure I got nothing to lose by trying, right? So the door's going on next, as is, with these rough welds. If I got to cut it out and do it again, I'll do it again. I think I screwed up on. I put this little filler piece in right behind here. You kind of still see the weld. It came out pretty good actually, but I forgot to spray paint it with primer before I covered it. So I can only paint this much. It's bare metal right behind there, so that's rust waiting to happen. But I'll put seam sealer here and maybe on the back side, so maybe no moisture could ever get to it. I'm hoping, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm going to end this video now, or here. Still got the wide open floorboard, but I'm going to try to hang the door next. That should be my next video, is seeing if the door fits and still works as good as it did before I started all this. Thanks for watching.